What's up everyone, Brad here with the Money Dad channel. In this video we are talking about the pet supply e-commerce company Chewy in this video, and the reason why is there is a really nice looking chart pattern setting up on the stock chart, but I do also want to get into the financials part of the fundamentals of the company because they look really nice as well. And side note, what better day to debut this nice microphone cover that looks like an animal sitting on my microphone other than well, a video about animals, right? So let's jump into this chart, and well, no, first let's jump into the financials. I want to get into those first. I've got TradingView pulled up, and I want to go over the financials because that tells us I think a bigger picture here, maybe a longer term picture. Tells us a picture? No, it paints the picture, right? For the long-term investor. And I think it looks fantastic. I will get into the chart pattern, and that's for the short-term trade after the financials, but I want to talk about the financials first. So I've got TradingView pulled up. We're gonna dive down here into the financials here. I just want to give you guys a quick overview of the company. I did mention it's a pet supply e-commerce website, right? Just massive company. They're sitting at $33 billion in market cap right now. So they've really been building that brand for a long time and doing really well with it. And you can see that in the annual revenue on this income statement right here, this little snapshot in TradingView. I'm going to pull up the bigger version of their financials here in TradingView so that we can get a really nice clean picture on the video here. But let's look at this income statement. This is the annuals, right? The 2017 through 2020. You can see these blue lines. That's the revenue just heading in the right direction. In 2017 they had $2 billion in revenue, and then they went to 3.5 and then 4.8, and then in 2020 they had $7 billion in revenue. Just absolutely fantastic numbers there. The revenue growth year over year is really nice to see, and then the profit, their ability to make this company profitable. We're starting to see that really start to come around as well. So look at 2017, that profit margin was negative 16%, right? They were not profitable. And then in 2018, it was negative 7%. 2019, negative 5%. And then 2020, negative 1%. So see how close they've come to flipping positive? Well, when we drill down into the quarterlies, you can see in quarter one in 2020, they were negative 3% on their profit margin, right? Negative 3%. And then Q2, negative 2%. Q3, a little bit better, but still pretty much negative 2%. And then Q4, positive 1%. They flipped profitable in quarter four of 2020. So that's a really big deal. That shows everyone, that shows the investors, hey, these guys are profitable now. Well, at least for one quarter, but they have been inching closer and closer to being profitable, and now they are. That's a big deal. Look at this balance sheet. So the income statement is fantastic, right? Revenue is increasing and profitability is increasing. I mean, that is awesome when you can do both of those things at the same time. Now let's look at this balance sheet. In 2017, they had $500 million in assets. 2018, 540. 2019, 932. 2020, 1.7 billion in assets. So they're growing their operation, the size of their operation, massively. And then you can see as they've grown their assets, their liabilities were growing as well. Right, that debt to asset ratio in 2017 was 116%, 2018 162%, so it got worse. 2019 143%, so it got a little bit better than the year before, and then 2020 100%, so way better. So all good things here. They're growing their assets, they're reducing their liabilities, they are growing their revenue, they're growing their profitability. I mean, there is not a whole lot to when you look at the financials here on Chewy, it's hard to find something not to like. It's pretty fantastic looking financials. So for a $33 billion company, yeah, you want to see more profitability, but I just showed you guys they are now profitable and they have a history of improving profitability along the way. So, momentum is with them there to suggest that they're going to continue to keep getting more and more profitable. So very good looking company from the financials side of the fundamentals, in my opinion. So keep that in mind when we're looking at this chart pattern, because it leans, the fundamentals lean bullish, in my opinion. And if you're a long-term investor, that's probably all you care about at that point. You can just boom, stop the video. Good, this guy's bullish on the financials and fundamentals for a long term. Done. Please don't stop my video. I'm just kidding. Keep watching. That helps the YouTube algorithm and all those things, I hear anyway, I assume. And also if you hit the like button, I guess that helps too. I would appreciate that. So let's jump into the technicals, the chart pattern. That's what we focus on here on this channel, the Money Dad channel. So you can see, and quick little sidebar here, a subscriber, a viewer pointed this chart pattern out to me, or at least pointed this company out to me in one of my live streams. So do really appreciate that, and have a lot of fun with those live streams. So coming out to those when you see them, drop your tickers in the chat and I'll pull them up and we have some fun with it. So pulled up this chart for the viewer, and I noticed that Chewy has been trading in a range now for, well, since March 8th. Right? It kind of sold off from its February highs, all-time highs. It bottomed out on March 8th, and it's been trading back and forth in this range since then, with the exception of one candlestick outside of this range, right? So you have this horizontal line right here, this horizontal line right here. This is a strong support, and this is a strong resistance right here. So it's going to take a good move, some strong buying or strong selling, either way, to break through either one of these lines. And like I was saying with the financials, that I'm leaning bullish with this company. So this could break in either direction out of these lines, and we can trade this the same way in either direction. But if I had to pick which direction this was going to go, I would think it was going to go to the upside because of those strong fundamentals. So how do you play a sideways, a horizontal channel like this? This is actually a really easy one, guys. When it's trading in this kind of lockstep channel like this, that's perfectly horizontal, you just take the height of the channel and you project that to the upside after you get a breakout of this overhead resistance line. And you do the exact opposite to the downside if you were playing the downside, if you were going to short this stock. If it broke down under this line right here, if it fell below support, you would take the height of this channel and measure that to the downside, and that would be your downside target. So you can do this either way, right? So if this breaks down, for example, we've got $46, we have $76 as our support line. So say it breaks down and it goes down to 75, and you get 2 days of closing prices below $76. That's probably, your indicator at that point that this is going to head lower. And I would target that downside target of the height of this channel. So you can see this range is from $76 to $87. So that's $11, right? The channel height is $11. So you just measure $11 to the downside. So if you've got 75, if you think, we're going to break right here, for example, we're going to head lower, you break 76, you just subtract $11 from 76, and what do you get? $65, right? So $65 would be your price target if you were shorting this. And likewise on the upside, I think the upside potential, and that's my dog scratching itself in the background. Please excuse Lola. If you were targeting to the upside, which is what I would do, because like I said, I'm bullish on the fundamentals and the financials of this company here. You just take, if we break out, say this heads to the upside from here, and we break through this line, we get two daily candlesticks closing above this line, above this 87. So let's call it 87.50 just to be safe. You add $11 onto that 87.50 and you get what, 98.50, right? So you target 98.50. Boom, right there. That is your price target that you are targeting for a short-term trade on Chewy, in my opinion. Now, if you're a long-term investor, probably don't worry about that kind of stuff, and you just say, hey, look, the financials, the fundamentals look bullish. You hope for a breakout above 88, and then you based off of this trade pattern, you can, I wouldn't say safely assume, but there's a pretty good probability that we're going to head up to that $98 range pretty quickly after that. So that's all great. But if you're a long-term investor, hey, you just hold through those ebbs and flows either way. So this is more of a short-term trade, or a video for the short-term trader, a medium-term trader, a swing trader maybe, targeting that $98 range to the upside. Because I do think if I had to pick which direction we were going to go, I would choose the upside. But you watch this trading range. Either way, that's what's great about this trading range, is you just watch it. You're watching both of these lines. You're waiting for a break below this line or above that line, and you want to wait for a couple candlesticks to close to wait for that confirmation, and then you enter your trade. Now, this is all, just my opinion, random guy on YouTube, not a financial advisor, it's for entertainment purposes only. But if I see this happen, I am going to play this trade. I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. Okay, so that's what I've got for Chewy, guys. I hope you liked it. Let me know what you think in the comments below about this particular trade setup. Let me know if you're a long-term investor in Chewy, what else do you see here in this company? Maybe something that I missed, because this was a pretty quick analysis on this one. I try to stick to a pretty basic fundamental analysis and then get into the chart pattern that I see here. So let me know if there's something big that I'm missing here. It is an e-commerce retail company, so e-commerce is massive, especially in 2020, and going forward I can't imagine that changing. So if I missed anything, let me know, guys. And if you like the video, please make sure you hit that like button. It helps me out. Subscribe to the channel if you're not a subscriber yet. I do stock chart pattern analysis, do a little bit of fundamental and financial analysis, not a whole lot, but pretty much what you saw here in this video is what you're gonna get in most of my videos. So if you like any of that, please hit that subscribe button. And if you hit that join button, become a member of the channel, you can see my personal buys and sells, my trades, and my thoughts on my trades. Even if I don't make a trade, I may be getting close to a trade. I give you my thoughts in YouTube community posts, and you'll see that in real time. If that interests you, then hit that join button. Appreciate it, guys. That's all I got for this video. I'll see you all in the next one.